Hi, Abner. Welcome. I'm Ivan Luna, and I will be serving as your therapist for these sessions. I just want to let you know that my role here is to support you and establish and foster a safe, supportive environment so that we are both able to work together and collectively so that we're able to overcome those challenges that you're currently facing. And I'm able to support you in your own personal growth. So I just want to make sure that I open up this space for you so that we're able to set the tone and make you feel comfortable in the space that you're in.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Perfect. Thank you. Great. So before we go ahead and get started, I just want to make sure that we go over some of the very important details and information about how therapy works, including the confidentiality aspect to it, and some of the exceptions of the confidentiality, as well as the fees that will be covered within this service. So, to go over some of the confidentiality aspects to these sessions, everything that we go ahead and discuss within these sessions is considered confidential, which means that I will not be sharing any of this information without your permission. And a very important aspect to confidentiality is that it helps both of us to build trust within these therapy sessions. All right,
Great. Thank you for letting me know.
perfect. However, the flip side to confidentiality is that there may be some exceptions that you need to be aware of, because if at any time you express thoughts of harming yourself, I am required to take steps to ensure your safety and those around you as well. So in the exceptions of when you want to harm yourself, when you express and you're telling me that you want to harm yourself or you're planning on harming other people or harming minors, which is people under 18 years old, or you're planning to harm elders, that's when these exceptions to confidentiality take place. So if in the case that you indicate any of these harms to yourself or someone else, I need to take action to protect this other person as well. And if there is a suspected abuse or neglect of minors or elders, I'm legally required to report that. Is that clear to you, or do you have any questions regarding that specific aspect to it?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward how there will be sometimes scenarios in which you will have to break that confidentiality. Thank you.
Perfect, exactly. So these rules exist so that they're able to protect both you and other people around you. So I just want to make sure that that is clear so that we're able to establish that for once. And outside of those situations, what we discuss within these sessions will be staying private, which is why it's confidential. So I just want to let you know that my main role here as your therapist is to support you in a professional capacity. I'm here to listen to your concerns, to guide you through them, but to also collaborate with you on your goals and strategies to overcome different challenges that you may be facing within your personal life. Anything that you want to share, I'm here for you. And I just want to make sure that we're able to create that environment and that you know that this is a collaborative environment, meaning that I will be taking on what you say to me and I will be proposing ideas to you as long as we're able to find a solution or a path that will lead to a positive outcome. That will be the main plan within these sessions. All right,
Mhm. Thank you.
perfect. And we can go ahead and go over some of the fees and the payments regarding this specific process. So before we begin, I also want to make sure that we discuss the fees of each session and the costs that will be attached to these specific sessions that we have for therapy. So payment is expected for every single one of these meetings, and just make sure that you go ahead and create a plan so that you're able to pay up these fees and these services so that you're able to continue receiving these services through therapy. Is that clear to you, or do you have any questions regarding that specific process?
Yes, I actually do have a question. If there are any times in which I'm not able to afford therapy session, how would I be able to work this out?
Yeah, so if that is ever the case, please be sure to let me know as soon as possible. We can just go ahead and venture out with different options or adjustments. But it is important to be transparent so that your financial concerns don't interfere with your care. So at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we prioritize your wellness and your progress within these sessions. And if money is a limitation to it, we can just go ahead and work around it so that you're still able to get these services, but we can just go ahead and make different adjustments.
Right. I do have another question, and I think it's because I'm new to this, but how would I be referring to you when we have these conversations? Like, just I would share with a friend, a family member, or how is the difference between the conversation that we're gonna have?
Yeah, so this is different from talking to a friend. So therapy is a professional relationship with does have boundaries to it, and it is designed to keep you safe and ensure that our work together is effective. So basically, these sessions will be with the purpose of helping you get through, um, with the purpose of making sure that you're getting to your goals and you're making sure that you're establishing those goals on the short run, on the long run. But it is very different from talking to a friend. However, if you see me as such, then you can go ahead and do that. But do know that we do have some boundaries within the work that we do. But that doesn't mean that I'm not here for you because I will be here for you to support you in your progress as an individual. Right.
Thank you. That makes sense now.
Perfect. Yeah, of course. And just to go over some of the very important ethical parts to this role is that therapy is informed consent. So a very important part to these therapy sessions is the informed concern part to it, which means that you have the right to understand what therapy involves, the potential risks and benefits of receiving these sessions, and what you may expect during our session. Is that clear to you?
It's very clear. Thank you.
And I also want to follow up with the standard of care, which means that these services I provide to you have to meet the professional standards that are expected for all therapists in similar situations. So what this means is that this will be able to set me to a standard that will ensure that you, the client, will be able to receive ethical and competent care across the line.
So this means that I would be able to ask questions at any given time, right?
Absolutely, yes. So open communication is always encouraged and is a key aspect to a successful therapeutic relationship. Right. And just to go ahead and summarize everything that we have talked about, again, my role here is to support you and create a safe space and environment for yourself so that you're able to open up and share your ideas with me. So everything that we go ahead and discuss within these meetings stays confidential with the exception of the harm situations that I mentioned previously, which will obligate me to share out and communicate with authorities in the case that you communicate with me that you're planning to harm yourself or someone. Um, and again, fees are discussed upfront so that expectations are clear for the both of us. And and just so you know, I also follow the ethical standards and the standard of care so that you're able to receive quality care and effective support so that you're able to go ahead and progress as an individual within these therapy sessions.
Thank you. Thank you for just your time and explaining all of that information. As you know, I told you at the beginning, I'm new to this, so I feel more comfortable now on knowing what to expect, what your role is, and how open communication between us will be effective for this.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm very glad to hear that. And I also look forward to working with you, getting to know you much more, and supporting you in achieving these goals and establishing that relationship amongst ourselves. So thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to getting to know you in one of our future meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.